Hey guys, it's Greg again. I wanted to do a realistic kind of like a little bit of TA here on Ethereum. Um, just because I think that one of the things is that over this past so-called fake rally, because that's what it was, the fake rally that we had recently, and all the there's some reputable people out there that are just, even Elliott Way people, TA people, some YouTubers that are, pretty decent, seem to have pretty good education and stuff, and just talking about how the recent move on Ethereum could be is bullish. And it seemed like to me that it was half the market, more or less. Half were bearish, half were bullish, but there was quite a few people just calling for some bearishness. But I just wanted to do real quick and show you some basic TA. I'm going to say that this was a fifth wave, just like I had a thesis that I did, and then I said there's a pretty good probability that that was a fifth wave move on Ethereum. And everybody was talking about how this right here is a fourth wave, and we're waiting for this fifth wave push. And then there's some people in there giving this section here a bullish count, and it's going to be going up to a fifth wave and heading up to some $10,000 or $12,000 targets. I didn't even believe that for a second, just because this first wave right here, because this third wave's extended, the fifth wave is not going to extend. This is an extended third wave, and then the fifth wave was probably going to be about the same length as the first wave. And even at best, let's say Ethereum stopped there, you'd be looking at about 7,800 Ethereum at best, in my opinion, at best. So those 10 to 12,000 and $15,000 targets, in my opinion, in the short term, even this year, possible are off the table. They're off the table. They're don't even. In my opinion, I would be getting that out of your mind. So I'm going to say this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that this fifth wave came in. So just going off the history of Ethereum. So okay, let me start right here. What I'm saying that this is right here, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this whole wave is a 1, and this is coming down for a 2. And what we do know about Ethereum is Ethereum does deep wave 2 corrections. And if I take this correction right here to down there, that is 75%. That's a wave 2 correction. Okay. And if I move over here to Ethereum on the weekly, on another example of a wave 2 correction right here, that wave 2 correction is 94%. That was the end of the cycle. So I'm going to say that Ethereum is going to do at least a 75% correction from this top. Ethereum is going to do probably at least that, in my opinion. It's going to do probably 75% correction. And this is the area where Ethereum is probably going to be going, just right in this area, somewhere right around in there. Because on second waves, more likely to come past that the fourth wave, which is 1,600. So Ethereum, realistically, with everything that's going on in the markets, guys, is going to be heading down to like $1,200 or something like that. Okay. And when that will end, nobody knows. But, I'm just trying to put some reality in this situation of just taking the average. The last wave 2 correction was 74%. So this one, this is a bigger sequence wave compared to this sequence wave. This is a bigger sequence wave. And, also too, let's just say it goes down 90% correction. You know, now you're looking at $500. So, I mean, that's just a reality of the situation, guys. I know some guys don't want to hear that. They're just bullish on everything, and Ethereum is so bullish, and this is a bullish count, and it's going this correction right here off of this wave is nowhere near deep enough. It's not, guys. This 55% correction, I think it's 55%, is not, it's not deep enough. It needs to hit. I was going to be generous on my thesis of like 60%, but you know, I think 75% just based off this wave. And I know some people are going to say, well, this was a special dump because of the situation that was going on in this area in March of 2020. But the reality of it is that 75% is going to be probably the dump. So you're looking at just under a $1,200 Ethereum from where it is right now, from 3,000 down to 1,200. And that definitely is possible, in my opinion. So that was just some thoughts that I was just going over just to anybody who watches the videos. I know it's not going to get many views, but the reality of the situation, just based on the past history of Ethereum, we don't have much, but the correction on wave 2 corrections, because in my opinion, there's a higher probability right now that we're in a wave 2 correction. I showed my thesis video why this is more than likely the last fifth wave push. Because if you take this wave 1, you know, that was an extended third wave, guys. So the fifth wave is going to be right about the same size of this wave down here, you know, and because this was extended. So in Elliott waves, if you have this wave 1 and then extended wave 3, the other waves, they don't extend. So based off those probabilities, this wave 1 is extended, or not. This wave 1 is completed and it's going into wave 2, and this was a wave 5. I'm going more and more towards that this was a short wave 4, this wave 5. I know some people are going to say, oh, you know, we're still in the wave 4, it's over here, and we're going up for some parabolic wave 5. Guys, based on the probabilities of Elliott waves, it cannot be a parabolic wave 5 because the third wave's already extended. The probabilities of having the third wave extended, which is the most common wave to extend, the probabilities having a fifth wave extension, even if the fourth wave was over here, is very low. Very, very low. So on the fifth wave, the max that thing's going to go up to is like maybe 7,000 or 9,000, if that is the case, if this is a fourth wave correction, which I don't think it is. I think this is fifth, this is wave 1, and we're coming down into wave 2. Wave 2 is not corrected enough, and it's going to need to correct at least 70%. So 1,400, maybe even 75%. You know, depending on how bearish the economy is the dollar strong, all these other variables, you know, it could go down to 90%, guys. I mean, that's the reality of it. This 90% is going to be a $500 Ethereum. I know that sounds far-fetched, but that, you know, you can't take that stuff off the table right now. But more than likely, this wave is going to be, you know, just taking that wave, this wave right here, and comparing it and then saying that wave right there. So if I take that wave, look, I mean, right there, look at that. That's $1,600 Ethereum, just like that. I know it's not going to go straight down. It's going to go down like this and over here, but just comparing that wave to that wave, you know, that's kind of a amateur way of doing things, but more than likely this wave, it's going to come up and it's going to do a similar wave like that. In my opinion, this wave 1's done and we're in a wave 2 correction. Just like my thesis was saying, and I think this is better, in my opinion. You're gonna have to wait longer, and then it can go into, if you go back to my thesis video on Ethereum, it'll be going into a wave 3 of 3, and that'll be a better option. But, you know, when this is gonna happen, it's looking like probably, I would say at least 90 days, maybe even 180 days, guys. All right. that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching. Made it all the way to the end. And I know I sound pessimistic, but the reality of it is that Ethereum has got to correct. If this is a 5-wave cycle right here, just to guys give you a little overview, this 5-wave cycle right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Ethereum has to correct this cycle. Okay. You take a look at it. This cycle that started right here and it went up through all the way through this cycle. Let's go to the weekly. You see this cycle all the way up to here. That's that 5th wave. So this cycle right here where Ethereum started, and you see how it's back tested on that cycle. You see how it's back tested on the RSI, and now it's doing its thing. It happens all the time. I see this all the time in assets. It does a cycle and it's got to correct that cycle, and it does a back test, and then it comes back down, and it's going to come back down to this area. You know, the RSI will be as low as this section right here. Maybe even a little lower. It's going to be in that area to bring that price down, and RSI is going to be like this. I'll just show you guys, you know, the RSI is going to start coming down, you know, something. Let me change this to green just a second. Okay, something like that, and it's going to be coming down, and then it can start the next cycle, but it's got to correct this whole cycle. So, all right, guys, that's the end of my video. Peace.